So, fertility update. Not pregnant. I'm on my period right now. That's why I'm laying in bed. Tori's at the store with Eli and my baby niece that we watch every week. She's almost 2. She's not really a baby anymore, but so I'm laying in bed. I got all the puppies. There's Archie. Here's Archie. Sorry, I'm tucking him. There's all the others. And yeah, so not pregnant. That was disappointing because it's disappointing every time, but today's Tori's birthday, so I kind of thought it would have been fun if I got a pregnancy test and I was like, happy birthday. But yeah, so I've been looking around for a midwife who does IUIs. There's really nobody in New Hampshire. I had emailed this other midwife. I think I talked about this maybe at the end of my last video, but I had emailed this midwife, a queer midwife that lives in southern Vermont, Brattleboro area. And I had emailed them 2 years ago when I was first thinking about all this stuff 2023, and just said hey, this is where I'm living, this is what I'm thinking about doing, am I too far from you? And I was, which I thought so, because most people have an hour radius. And so I emailed them again because I had noticed when I was going through this over the last year, I was oh, let me see if Kim is still doing births. And they're not, but they do a lot of the conception stuff. So I was oh, let me see. But again, I'm still too far away from where they service, and they don't have a physical office. They go to your house. And so I was is it possible to work together if we come to you? But it's a little bit hard to plan because sometimes ovulation is so varying that it's hard to book out a place to stay overnight there, you know what I mean? And then you're spending extra, so that kind of thing. So they gave me a name of a provider in Keene at Cheshire, who is super queer informed, does all the conception stuff, fertility testing, birth, postpartum, all the whole way through. And she's very trans educated, and knows a lot about using known donors, very, very perfect for a queer person trying to conceive, and with all the different factors, you don't have to go into it and say, here's all the things, that I want and need, that kind of thing. But now Kim did warn me that the center that the doctor is Dr. Carly Atkinson at the Dartmouth Hitchcock. So, sorry, they've changed their name. They're not Dartmouth Hitchcock anymore, but whatever. Everybody still calls them that. I had also gotten her name several months ago from a friend of mine who's in my queer conception group, who was hey, here's this really trans friendly provider for birthing. Really was what she was thinking. She was suggesting it to me as a person to go through prenatal and postpartum care with, but she also does fertility and conception stuff. So I think I'm gonna call sometime in the next week and just get the ball rolling on that. I just feel really tired of it's clearly something's not working in the way that we're doing it. I feel the timing is pretty good, so I don't really know. So it's I'll get tested, they'll probably test him, I don't know, there's a lot of questions I have. It's is it always going to be he's got to come deliver a fresh sample, or can he give a sample that they freeze and we can use that, so it's kind of a lot of questions about the process, which I'm a little bit worried that it might take up some time, where it's we are working on this clock of the wedding next year. So that's why I'm literally going to call on Monday and see when I could schedule a first appointment and just talk about it. My cycles have been getting longer, which is interesting. I don't know. So I'm I don't, but I don't know. They're regularly long, so like, does that mean I have an issue? I don't really know. I have so many questions. But yeah, so not pregnant. And yeah, I mean the disappointment sucks. I always start daydreaming about like if they're born at this time, all those different things. And so it does kind of like suck the wind out from under you when it doesn't happen. But yeah, I'm gonna go lay here and succumb to my cramps for a little while and enjoy a quiet house until Tori returns with all the children. So, I hope y'all guys have a good week and stay tuned for further fertility updates. I will obviously make a video when I know anything about this doctor and whatever, so stay tuned.